Hi guys, welcome back. I felt like Bateson then. Welcome back to the live stream. How are we all doing? It's Aston Villa away at Feyenoord. Just give me a second. I'm running a little bit late. As always, as per. And I also need to set up my TikTok live as well. So I'll get both of these done. I mean, I'd rather be late and just talk to you guys as I do this than, do it and then arrive here late as always. We'll get into lineups of both teams. This is Villa's game week 2 in the Europa League. And we are away from home in Rotterdam. So if you bear with me, I can just set up on stream. It's a bit less professional, but I'd just rather not be late. This is what I'm doing half the time when I'm late. People say to me, "Oh, AJ, where have you been?" This is where I am. Making sure everything is okay before I press the bloody live button. Can't even get my dimensions right. There we go. So that's the team on the screen. This is for my TikTok viewers. Bear with me. Actually, before I do that, I need to very quickly make the thumbnail for today's game. Because Canva was down. I used Canva for thumbnails, but Canva went down earlier today, so I couldn't even do it. My bad for leaving it late, I suppose, but it's never been offline ever. Right. So doesn't take long. I can move that over here. Boom. I'll be with you guys in a moment. Just bear with me. Not even, like I said, I'm not even live on TikTok yet. Feyenoord Stadium. I'll just take that picture. This is like live editing. Right, then we add a border. I forget actually how long this is sometimes. All right, I have it. It's not the best thumbnail in the world, but it will do because I needed to make it quickly. But yeah, so we'll get into the teams. Just give me a moment. I'd rather not be bloody well late, but here I am. Right, manage videos. I need to keep this open anyway because I have live scores now in my title, and I need to keep this open for that. Has that changed? Has that updated? We shall see. It has. There we go. Right, apologies for that, boys. Please hit the like button if you can. Hey, Dane, Jerome, what's good? Right, so Emi Martinez in goal, Matson, Torres, Konza, Cashback for McGinn, Kamara, Rogers, Emi Buendia, Ollie Watkins, Evan Gesson. Quite a strong team, actually. A lot stronger than I thought it'd be. Right, I need to remember when I go live on TikTok to not mention YouTube because saying the word YouTube apparently really badly affects the algorithm. So we're not going to do that. We're going to be very good. We're not going to mention any special words that could get the video killed. How the hell do I edit the title? Sorry, this is a very unprofessional start to this stream. I apologise, guys. I'm just going to call it what? Feyenoord versus Villa. Football. Okay, I can't even call it bloody football. Does that save it at the very least? It doesn't. Why? Oh, there we go. Okay. So I'm just such a boomer, bro. I honestly do hate TikTok. I really do. But it is like the best algorithm out there. Why is that in French? Why is it? I've just seen something in French, bruv. Why? I don't know what that's about, but it's changed stuff in French. I don't know what's going on. Well, we're just going to go with it. I think it's a bug. He is starting. Emi Martinez is starting. Hello, over on TikTok. How are we all doing? Aston Villa, we are away in Rotterdam this evening, trying to get back-to-back wins. Crystal Palace have managed to do it. Can Aston Villa do it? That's the question. I also, because of TikTok rules, I have to drink this here. There we go. Can't have any of that on the TikTok live. Hello to the TikTok viewers. Hang on. Sorting out my bloody camera here. We all doing? I am indeed, Tom. Hello. Birmingham City are shit. I know you're a Blues fan without you even saying. Hold that. It's not playing Martinez is a second. Unless Flash Score are incorrect. Bear with me. It is Emi Martinez in goal. So I'm not sure what you're on about, my friend. Bizot is the backup, as well as Proctor. No, he is in goal. I don't know, unless they've... Wait, is he not in goal? Flash Score says he's in goal. Is there been a late injury? There might have been a late injury, I'm guessing. Because he was listed in the lineup, I believe. So I'll see it here. Which, I don't know what's going on then, if he's not playing. Not entirely sure what that's about. Hang on, I'll have a quick look online, see what's going on. See if I can see anything. But yeah. Right, I'll mention the lineup again because we're about to be underway, and I've only just gone live over on TikTok. Well, I don't know yet, but listed apparently is Emi Martinez in goal. I've not seen who the keeper is. I've heard speculation it's not Emi Martinez. It is Bizot. What's going on then? I have just seen Bizot out there. So there is a late change before the start of the game. Bizot, I'm gonna see what they say. Emi pulled out. Emi has apparently pulled out very late, so it's gonna be Bizot in goal. Those are the words from TNT Sport. Bizot is in goal. I'm not being funny to Emi Martinez, but apparently he was slightly injured for our last game, and now listed in the lineup, he's apparently pulling out again. I don't know what is going on, but I'm not happy with that. But it is Marco Bizot in goal, back in the Netherlands, by the way, which I'm sure, their fans know all about Marco Bizot. Right, Matty Cash, Konza, Torres, Maatsen, that's the back four. I love to see Torres in the defence. I think Torres... I think I'm at a point now. I'm happy to say, I like the Hartman. Thank you very much, Villain for Life. Thank you for that. So I prefer Torres to Tyrone Mings. I think we play better when it is Torres. That is just my opinion. I'm happy with that. I think we play with a bit more of a higher line with that, and I'm happy. So I don't mind that at all. I really don't. But we'll see. For Feyenoord, you have Wellenthruler in goal, Reed, Ahmed Hodzic, Watanabe and Small make up their back four. Valente, Stayin and Huang in their midfield. Haj Musa, Sauer on the left, and Wader down the middle. Very similar formation to us. Yeah, Ben, I don't know what's going on with the whole Bizot thing. I find that weird. I do find that situation a bit strange. And the commentary team are talking about it right now as well. The whole thing is a little bit odd, isn't it? Oh, the camera angle's really weird. It's quite low to the ground, isn't it? It's not up in the sky like we've seen at other clubs. Even at Villa, it's a lot higher than this. But Feyenoord, it's quite a flat view. If you just give me a second, guys. I have a tablet with a very annoying timeout, which I'm having to adjust now. Bear with me, guys. Why is it 30? Piss off! 30 seconds. What a load of shit that is. I will say though, atmosphere already is looking a bit scary. They're very loud, very vocal. Feyenoord supporters in Rotterdam. It's a place historically good for Aston Villa, though. I'm going to say that. Oscar says he has no pace, though, unfortunately. Who are you talking about, my friend? Score predictions. Give me your score predictions in the chat, guys. Both over on the red platform as well as TikTok. I'm going to go for a 2-1 win for Villa today. I think we're going to keep the run going. I think 2-1. It's not going to be easy, but I think Gesson will get his first goal, and I think Ollie will get a goal. Wisp says 2-0 Villa, unfortunately. Jerome 2-1. Corner to Feyenoord. Good punch away from Bizot, and he was fouled in the process, and he's still down on the deck now. But yeah, I must say 2-1 Villa as well. Yeah. Pete says up the Villa. Jenkins says 2-1. I don't have confidence that we're going to keep a clean sheet in this kind of game, in this kind of atmosphere, especially with how we've been playing this season. That's just how I think. Fortunately, Ange gets his win tonight as well. Well, we'll see. I'll keep an eye on all the games in the Europa League. We have Basel Stuttgart playing right now, along with Celta Vigo Pauk, FC Porto Red Star, Villa Feyenoord, Genk Ferencváros, Lyon Salzburg, Tel Aviv, Zagreb, Forest Midtjylland, and Sturm Graz against Rangers. Any game there I'm interested in, really. I mean, I always look out for how well Forest do. Obviously, the other team from the Premier League. Celtic losing to Braga is a huge surprise for me, and Roma losing at home to Lille. I mean, Lille, it shows that they're no pushovers. Fenerbahce beating Nice as well. I mean, we've already seen a couple surprises today, I think. Should I put a bet on for Villa? I never recommend betting on Villa because we're very unpredictable. Oh, that could be a penalty to Feyenoord already, you know. Matty Cash has been very, very silly there, I think. I mean, the referee has not given it, but VAR might have a look. Cash has very clumsily challenged in. I mean, the commentary side have said he got the ball. It looked clumsy to me. I only got one viewing of that, but it looked like he got his legs wrapped around Sauer there. It's all Cash loves a dodgy tackle, man. He always does. How many penalties has he given away at Villa? Jenkins said, I feel like we'll concede first. It does feel like that kind of game. I'm just hoping we have the battle to deal with that. Just watching the replay of the Cash incident. I don't think he gets the ball, you know. Does he actually get this ball? Does he actually? Oh, fair enough. I mean, apparently I need my eyes tested because he's barely got like an atom of the ball there. Look, fair play to Cash. If he has got the ball there, fair enough. It's even from the angle, it didn't look concrete to me. Villa on the break though. Watkins, Buendia to his left. Watkins might go alone here. Very, very surrounded. Kamara gets a 1-2. Maatsen. Everyone defending the ball there for Feyenoord. It was a good tackle. From second viewing, look, fair enough. I don't think that angle shows it very well there. I think they could have showed a better one. But him getting the ball there, fair enough. It's risky though. You know, diving in. Game like this, 2 minutes in, when we're coming off the back of a couple good victories, but I still don't think we're amazing. So I just don't want to give a team like this any gift, really. I just said does quite clearly. Maybe I just need to get Specsavers. There you go. Maybe that. The first viewing, I didn't see him get the ball at all. The second viewing, I don't know. Well, I'll look a third time if they show it. 7 minutes gone though, still goalless. And Villa, to be fair, have yet to really keep this ball. It's a very, very loud atmosphere that has not quietened down the whole time. See Watkins' goal with the assist by Buendia in the future. So Akbar. I mean, Buendia was brilliant in the second half against Fulham. A lot of Villa fans were not happy. A lot of Villa fans were not happy at all that Elliott was substituted at half time. And look, Buendia has not exactly set the world on fire prior to Fulham. So I kind of get a little bit of the frustration, but he was exactly what we needed in that game. Bullied Fulham. Like, his pressing was just, they couldn't deal with it. Mistake from Villa. Good block, though, from Torres. Lackadaisical midfield there from Aston Villa. But yeah, he was really good. Not just the goal, not just the... I mean, the pass into McGinn isn't anything special. It's more the shot from McGinn that's exceptional. But it was him pressing and it was Bogart's tackle that led to the pass. And yeah, I think he was very energetic second half. He never gave anything up. Chasing tackles down that weren't even his job. It was very nice. Lovely bit of a run here from Konza. Cross on the right from Cash. Rodgers. What is that from Rodgers? Trying to collect the ball in the box there. And we end up giving the ball away. All that, though, from a very nice little run from Konza, skipping past two. Where's Martinez gone? All we know is he has pulled out, I think, in the warm-up, because he was listed an hour before kickoff. And then they've said that all I've heard from TNT Sport is that he's pulled out. So that's all I know. That is all I know. Really like how you go live for every Villa game, keep it up. I don't, to be fair, I try for every Villa game. I manage to get them all. Because sometimes you're going to be busy in life, and I'll arrange things with friends and stuff that just so happen to be where Villa play. It is what it is. Like, I've gone and watched Villa, at a pub somewhere where I've not streamed it. So I try and do as many as I can. I try and do as many as possible. And I always talk about Villa. Whether I stream it or not, I always give my thoughts on everything about Villa. If we do play. Cash goes long looking for Gesson. Great pick out. Gesson doesn't really take the ball down well, but it was a good pass from Cash. I think that Gesson let him down with. And Rodgers wanting a pass back there from the referee, but he doesn't agree. I mean, I wasn't really paying attention to the ball back to the keeper. I don't think you could class that as a pass back there. I will say, Feyenoord have been quite neat on the ball here. A shot, it's a good save, Bizot. It's Hadj Moussa on the wing, bending that in, left-footed. Good save. I mean, it could have been curling wide. Biz had no idea, so he had to make sure he got something on it. I think it's creeping in. I think it's barely creeping in. It's a good save from Marco Bizot. Guess on Cash growing into a good duo, says Ben. I don't disagree, in fairness. I thought Gesson was also very good. I think he's improving. Aidun Marty, my top 4 is too early to say, really. I'm not even sure Man City getting it. Ask me that around Christmas. I'll give you more of an idea. But we are so early into this. My early predictions are already looking terrible. I said Arsenal to get 3rd, and they're doing very well. So I have no idea. But yeah, thank you for the rose from Shane. Appreciate that. Brian said, what's the final score? We don't know yet. We're only 10 minutes into the game. I'm hoping it's a Villa win at the end of it. Cross, good header away. Oh, Gesson, I will say, Gesson acts like a fullback when he defends. He tracks back way more than your average winger. I've already seen, like, there's going to be times where, Emery, it's not often he's done it, but he has conducted like a back 6 almost in games where we've been desperate to defend. I remember when he first came in, we played Brighton in a 4-4-2. But it wasn't really a 4-4-2 because we got a goal and then decided to have McGinn on one side. Who was on the other? I actually forget who was on the other side. Essentially, we had 6 defenders because our left and right mid decided not to go forward really too often, and they just doubled up on the wingers each time. So it was essentially we had a back 6, and I think Gesson in those situations where we're going to want to defend, for the last few minutes of a game, or maybe for more than that, he's going to be very good at that. I remember it being like a line of 6 multiple times in that game, which was very funny to see. And it worked. We won the game. And I think he did it just to show that we can keep a clean sheet, because by that point, we struggled under Gerrard. He's come in, and it's like, okay, we can stop the rot of conceding goals. Ooh, good challenge on Watkins, to be fair. He's done really well. Oh, is he not? Wait. Is he not won the ball? Okay, I might actually need to go to Specsavers. McGinn's arguing I thought he won the ball. I've gone 0 for 2 for decision. Look, I'm not a referee. I've gone 0 for 2 for decisions, yeah? Oh, you know what? He doesn't. Yeah, fair enough. I was blatantly wrong. He's not far off. He has attempted the ball, but he has missed by some margin there. His reaction, though, looked quite composed. So I actually thought he got... You often see defenders panic. Well, is that not a denial of a goal scoring opportunity, though? I don't know. How you doing, Aaron? What's good? Hopefully we do get this win. Hopefully we do. Adrian said, I think we give Gesson a go at striker. Well, we've got options. I think the pecking order is Ollie Watkins and then Marlon. So I don't think he... As much as I actually don't disagree that he could do a job there, I just don't see a world where Watkins or Marlon isn't our number 9, Guriel, I enjoy your live watch-alongs for the Villa game. Well, I appreciate that very much. I've had a lot of nice thoughts today from you guys. I mean, it's been a very unprofessional stream so far. I was very late and trying to fix things going live. Because I'll set a schedule to go live, and there's always one thing I forgot, which pushes me back a few minutes, and everything adds up. But I'm here, I'm live, and yeah. I've had to report something to TikTok, by the way. They keep revoking my live access, and I don't know why. And apparently it's an issue that a lot of people are having with their accounts. Oh, potential red card review. Whoa. Potential red card review. I think it's for the challenge on Watkins, which I did say. I did say it. I said, is that not a denial of a goal-scoring opportunity? I did question that. He's in on goal. He is a bit... the defence for Feyenoord, though, he's on an angle a little bit. But he probably does run through one-on-one if the challenge isn't there, right? He's not in the centre, though, which is probably what might help the defender. But that could very easily be a red card. And I did say it. And I wondered why no one really said it in the commentary. Again, I should never doubt myself. I should not doubt myself. But it looked like a red card to me for denial of a goal scoring opportunity. And he's taking a big long look at this. I'm not sure, Jerome. I'm not sure. I might take my girlfriend to the next game as well because she's never been to Villa. Oh my god! Wait, he's gonna be sent off. Wow. It's gonna be a red card. He's waved away the yellow. It's gonna be a red card. Is it not? Wait, what? I'm really confused here. He's gone with the... Okay, I'm even more confused. He looked like he waved away the yellow there. He's decided not to show the red. Okay, what? He waved it away. I thought he was going to be red. It's not going to be a red card, apparently. Akbar, it's not... It's denial of a goal scoring opportunity. That's what it should go down as. McGinn has the free kick. Maatsen, his deflected shot is looping, and it will be a corner to Aston Villa. It's a denial of a goal scoring opportunity, Akbar. The double jeopardy rule, if it's a penalty, if it's inside the box, for it to be a red card, then it would have to be a obvious attempt to stop Ollie. But it was outside the box, so therefore it is a denial of a goal scoring opportunity. We had Emi Martinez on the virtually not on the halfway line, but 45 yards from goal, take out Højlund, and that was enough to be a red card. We've had Konza take out Anthony Gordon from further out than that, and that was a red card. And both of those were attempts at the ball. Corner to Villa, headed at the near post. Keeper has made a really awkward clearance of that, although he has been fouled apparently in the process. Rodgers is fuming. So it could have been a red card for Ahmedozic for Feyenoord. Essentially, there was a tackle on Watkins where he doesn't win the ball. Ollie's running one-on-one. The referee initially gives a yellow card and a free kick to Aston Villa. VAR, in his ear, essentially want him to look at it again, possibly to view it as a denial of a goal-scoring opportunity. Because, he's one-on-one. And the referee looks at the monitor. It looks like he waves away the yellow card, which is really weird, but then decides to keep the yellow card. Chance, Villa, Watkins one-on-one, round the keeper, Watkins off the line. And the flag goes up eventually anyway. Ollie Watkins one-on-one with the keeper, gets around him, but multiple defenders on the goal line for Feyenoord keep the ball out. Oh, lovely flick from Buendia, by the way, that led to that. And Ollie is probably... Yeah, he's offside there. He's offside. So it wouldn't have stood anyway. But Ollie rounds the keeper. But to be fair to Feyenoord, they get players back, and one of them makes a really good stop on the goal line with his heel. Ref didn't want to make that call and change the game this early, but a red's a red, you know? Like Sanchez. Robert Sanchez for Chelsea was sent off after 3 minutes for a very reckless challenge that denied a goal-scoring opportunity for Man United. And that was a red card within 3 minutes of a game, so you can't be afraid to make those decisions. But to me, it's a red card. I called it when I first saw it. I said, well, is he not one-on-one there? Is it not? I didn't see a world where it's not a red. The fact that VAR have also agreed with me there, asked the referee to go to the monitor. Yeah, I look at the comments. Robbed. That was definitely a red all day long. I can't believe that. It's a clear as day denial of a goal scoring opportunity. How he's gone. I'm even seeing Stokey G2. He's a Stoke fan on Twitter. Has a large following, saying, how is he not given a red card in the Villa game? I'm perplexed. Every comment I'm reading online, even from non-Villa fans, are not quite understanding how that is not a red card. Unbelievable. Yeah, exactly. It's red all day. It's a red all day. 100%. Red all day. And I can't believe he's not giving it. Eric says we're crap against 10 men anyway. It's true, but it's still red. It's a red card. I'm in absolute shock that's not been given. That is absolutely ridiculous. Kamara into Matson. 21 minutes played here. Still Feyenoord 0, Aston Villa 0. Does the yellow card stand? I think it still stands. But he looked like he waved it away. I want to see that whole thing again with the ref. He looked like he waves the yellow card away, which means you're going to reach for your back pocket and get a red card out. The commentary team were talking as if they believed that he was going to get a red card. And it was only until John McGinn looked concerned, you think, oh, wait, is he not going to give a red? Oh, okay, thankfully the referee does give a foul there. Emi Buendia lost it, but he got fouled in the process. Holding his jaw here. I mean, is it? I don't think he gets much on him there. I think Buendia is. I think he's feigning a foul there. In fairness, I don't think there's much of a slap in his face. I don't think it's enough for him to hold his teeth. Apparently, Forest are losing. Bear with me, guys. Please double tap on the screen if you haven't already. I'd appreciate all the support. I'm also live on the red platform, as you can see on screen. So if you want to watch some stats, you can do that over there. Another block, this time from Pau Torres. Villa still can't clear the ball. Headed away by Torres this time. Rodgers then gives it away. We are messing about at the back a little bit here, which I'm not liking. I didn't actually see what's going on there because I'm just trying to get my stats done. But some Villa players are not happy with the referee. We have the ball, but I think we wanted a foul, which wasn't given. Right, there we go. Okay, XG is very low. 60% of the ball for Villa. We've had very little in this game. I mean, you take the Villa home game against Bologna. We had 5 shots within the first, 11 minutes of the game. John McGinn now down hurt. Catching a sore one on his ankle. Right then, let's have a look. So, we have had goals. It is Forest 1, Midtjylland 2. There's been 3 goals in that game. Forest were losing. Twice. Forest were losing, equalised, and now they're losing again. Scores 0-0. Feyenoord 0, Aston Villa 0. I'll give you guys around the grounds in the Europa League if you guys are interested. Basel 1, Stuttgart 0, Celta Vigo 0, PAOK 0, Porto 1, Red Star 0, Feyenoord 0, Villa 0, Genk 0, Ferencváros 0, Lyon 1, Salzburg 0, Maccabi Tel Aviv 1, Dinamo Zagreb 2, Forest 1, Midtjylland 2, and Sturm Graz 1, Rangers 0. Rangers are shocking this season. They are so bad. That is horrendous. There were 3 red cards in the Malmo game earlier today, by the way. Holy shit. Earlier today, all the full times are Roma 0, Lille 1, which is a shock to me. Bologna 1, Freiburg 1, Brand 1, Utrecht 0, Celtic 0, Braga 2, I think is a huge shock. Young Boys 1-2-0 away at Astawa. Fenerbahce 2, Nice 1, Ludogorets 0, Betis 2. Obviously, Betis, I think, are a fairly decent favourite for this competition. Panathinaikos 1, Go Ahead Eagles 2. And I forgot to pronounce this side. So I did this last week. Victoria Plitzen 3, Malmo 0. Sorry to my Czech viewers. FC Basel and Villa to win, otherwise my mortgage is gone, and I'm lolling myself on my. Okay. Okay. That's a definite thing right now. Well, Basel are winning, so you might be fine. You're. I get some troll comments on here. That has to be like. In fairness, I've not had that kind of troll comment before. So you do you, mate. Lucas said, "Do you have any theories on why Martinez has been left out?" I have no idea. That whole thing with Emi Martinez is very strange. What a weird guy. He pulls out of injury before what game was it? Oh, it was it was the other Europa League game. He pulled out, didn't he? When we beat Bologna 1-0. And Bizot was in goal for that. And he's only gone and done it again. Maybe he's just immune or allergic, I should say, to Europa League football. I don't understand. He was even listed in our starting 11 today on the graphic. So I don't really get why he's not in goal. Well, I don't appreciate your comments, so I'm going to mute. Because it's a very weird thing to say in someone's chat. Praying Villa in the FA Cup. I mean, if you got embarrassed, it would be funny. I don't think you'd want to play Villa right now. Birmingham City are kind of shit. Like, considering you got slapped by Coventry. Villa needs to wake up here, by the way. Bloody hell. But yeah, considering you got slapped by Coventry, I'm not hearing this. I'm very quietly gonna say I think we're getting battered here because what is going on? Another cross in. It's a free header. That's a huge chance. It's another wasted opportunity for Feyenoord. I mean, they're showing a couple of chances they've had in the last minute. One was blocked by Konza on the line. And now Ueda, with a header, should score. Middle of the goal. Completely unmarked, but Villa need to wake up here. 3 shots on target to Villa 0. To be fair, Dan, we've lost 1 in 5 and we've won back-to-back. So I think we're improving. But I heard automatic promotion shouts from Blues fans. That's all I'm going to say. I was hearing things like, we're not the same Birmingham City like 2 years ago and stuff like that. We're a different animal now. The title, like, I heard loads of random stuff, man. Like, the title challenging Blues are here. It just looks really funny now. Like 4 losses in 5. I mean, I've seen some Blues fans want the manager to be sacked. It's crazy. Yeah, Ben, we are on the ropes a little bit here. I can't lie. We're having a little bit of sustained possession here where we're just keeping the ball very low tempo, side to side. Slow the game down, like, let's not let them dictate the play. Let's treat them with the respect they deserve because they've come at us, to be fair. I like it when a team attacks Villa. I feel like you typically get the best out of Villa when it's a team against us, to be honest. Gesson for Villa, pulls it back, finds Cash, McGinn. Feyenoord have set up, I will say they're set up defensively, but they're fast on the counter-attack. If we're playing up from the back, they'll try and press us high. If we break through it, then they drop back, essentially. Oh, lovely turn from Rodgers. Chance for Villa. Rodgers! Tries to find Gesson. Not quite the pass he needed there. That was nice from Rodgers, though. It's just a shame it's not quite the ball that was required. This is what I mean by Feyenoord, is they break quickly. And they're not afraid to go direct. They switch from right flank to left, and they have a shot here. And a good save from Bizot. It's Sauer on that left-hand side, causing some problems. It's a good stop again from Bizot. He's been very busy, Marco Bizot. Back in the Netherlands. I don't know why your comment was needed to be approved there, so I've just approved the comments. We need to see quicker pace and stop constantly side to side. Past the keeper. Arabs' Tourist League getting robbed in broad day. I mean, we have been robbed a little bit. It should have been a red card. For Ahmed Ozic. another cross on the right. It's deflected. Well, we are not dealing with this, by the way. Ian Maatsen is getting pummeled. He's just not dealing with this side. It's a bit scary, man. Like they're causing some problems here. It's another corner to Feyenoord. Half an hour gone in Rotterdam. Still goalless. We did register a shot on target, by the way, with a very audacious long shot from Watkins, which went down the middle of the goal. So it's almost pointless mentioning it, but it is a shot on target for those who are wondering about the stats. I think I was talking about something else at the time, and I don't think the shot from Watkins was relevant enough to mention. Corner to Feyenoord, though. It's going to be an in-swinger. Everyone back defending. Oh, what a save, Bizot. Did that cross the line? It's a goal. It's over the line. It's over the line. Wait, it's not? Whoa. Okay, so the commentary team got confused there, along with the fans. I thought it was a goal for Feyenoord. He's given a foul for a shove on Bizot. My heart and throat there. It's a terrific save. That's over the line. Oh, it is a goal. It is a goal, but there's a foul. It's disallowed the goal. It was just to avoid any confusion. The header was in. Bizot did not claw it off the line in time, but there was a push in the back which has disallowed the goal. So Feyenoord did have the ball in the goal, and he was indicating that it was over the line on his watch, but it was a shove in the back from Matty Cash. Cash was shoved to the floor. It's a correct decision. I don't think he conveyed the decision very well at first. I wouldn't have even indicated about the goal line technology. I'd have just said foul. Fuck the goal line technology. Foul's a foul. And Robin van Persie, the Feyenoord manager, is not too happy about that decision. Free kick to Feyenoord on the halfway line. I mean, they can complain about anything they want. We should have had a red card. They literally, should be down to 10 men. The yellow card was rescinded, by the way. So not only he gave a yellow, then went to the monitor to potentially send him off. He just rescinded the yellow and that was it. So he actually took away the yellow card, which is even more insane. Like VAR getting involved, literally got. I didn't even know they could do that via VAR to strip a yellow away. Like I knew he waved it away, and I was expecting the red card to come out of his pocket. It never did. But I'm in shock to see at least not a yellow for that. The fact that that's actually been rescinded is insane. And I knew I wasn't crazy, by the way, when I saw him wave it away, which I was really confused to then not see a red card come out, because I'm like, well, why would you wave it a very obvious yellow if you're not going to upgrade it? Very strange. Very, very strange. Scottish lad says never a foul. Well, unfortunately, defenders, I suppose fortunately for Villa in this case, defenders get treated differently to attackers. So you'll often see defenders go down under very soft things because the foul is viewed differently. I've never liked it. If you try and chase a ball as a striker, and then the defender just throws his body in the way and then goes down, the referee will always give a foul for it, and I hate it. It's one of the things I hate about the sport, that they can just do that. Like, they'll literally throw their ass in front of you. Even if you don't bump into them, they'll pretend you did, and they'll go down. And then the referee gives a free kick to them. And I hate it. It's been a thing for years. I hate it. In this case, I mean, there is he has gone a bit soft. I will say, Cash has gone down a bit soft there. I'm gonna say it, but I was holding as well, so it might not just be for the Cash thing, but Cash goes down. So if there was, I wasn't looking at anything else other than Cash, to be fair, but there might have been more holding. Oh, that ball from Rodgers is shite, man. What is that? What I will say. There's a point of not being impressed with Rodgers this season, but sometimes I just feel like he's playing against us. Like it's some of the passing and his decision making is abysmal at times. Very strange. Very, very, very strange. Maatsen for Villa. Forced backwards here. All the way back to Pau Torres. 35 minutes gone, still goalless. I've not rated our midfield today. I really haven't. I mean, is Rodgers on the ball again? Will he? Oh my God! He can't even find that pass. Oh my life, Rodgers. He's shit this season. He's so bad. How many misplaced passes does he want to give? Oh my life, man. Look, I know some Villa fans, actively called out other Villa fans for being like, don't boo Rodgers, because last week when we beat Bologna, he got booed. He's been shit this year. The passing. I mean, that's a 5-yard pass. Backwards. How is he getting that wrong? If you can't even get the backwards passes right, how the hell are you going to play a through ball? It's like playing with. It does genuinely feel like playing with 10 men. I've never seen such a fall off from one player. It's unreal. Please, Emery, please drop him. I'm begging. I'm absolutely begging. And even if he goes and scores in this game, it doesn't undo all the shit that he's done. He's almost single-handedly ruined every attack we've had. That should be a foul on Gesson, which the referee waves his finger at. Ref! Well, what part of the ball has he got? Oh, here we go. This could be it. Again, their quick transition we've struggled with. Cross. Thankfully, that's missed everyone. That was a very dangerous fizzed-in ball from Haj Musa. They still have it on the left-hand side. Cross is deflected off McGinn. Corner to Feyenoord. How's Harvey getting on? Well, he's not played today. I don't mind Harvey Elliott. I think he plays well. It's not going to do him. It's not going to do him good when he goes off against Fulham at 1-1, and then his substitute replacement gets man of the match. Like Emi Buendia played out of his mind. So it's not going to do him good, essentially, that players coming on for him are playing ridiculously well. So I like Elliott, but he's just unfortunate right now. He'll probably, is he listed on the bench, Harvey Elliott? He is. So he might come on, I imagine, at the end of this game to have an impact. But you can't exactly not play Buendia today after how well he played against Fulham. Feyenoord have heavily overhit a cross here, and Villa will get a throw in on the far side. I've not been impressed with how Villa have played. I'll give Villa some credit that we have been robbed by a referee. However, we should still then. That doesn't give us an excuse to play shit. I think we have defended this very badly and got away essentially with some terrible finishing for Feyenoord. And then we've not really created anything. America Fizz says Rodgers is the best. You really have not watched Villa this season. That's what I'm going to say. I like Rodgers. I really do. Which is why I hold him to a standard. And he should hold himself to that standard as well. He has been shit. He was arguably my player of the year last year. I gave it to Tielemans. But Morgan Rodgers was up there. At the very least, he'd probably make podium. And it's just been the complete opposite so far. He's been shocking. Arguably the worst player we've had all season. Another top save by Marco Bizot, who has been in inspired form today. Mate, you know what? Get Bizot. I mean, look, that might have been going over, actually. I'll watch this again. It might be dipping under the crossbar. Still, I don't care, man. I would have Bizot in goal over Martinez. I don't care what people say. Especially with what Emmy's doing right now with his old injury bollocks that apparently he has. and the fact he wants to go Man United. I'd have Bizzot in goal. I rate Bizzot. Bizzot was man of the match against Newcastle. He made a terrific save to keep out Bologna in the 1-0 home win. Like, literally last minute, has to claw a shot off the line. He's made some unreal saves in this game. Mate, stick Bizzot in goal, man. At least Bizzot wants to bloody well play. Bizzot's probably the only reason we're not losing this, by the way. Corner comes in, near post, headed wide. That'll be a goal kick to Aston Villa. 4 minutes till half time. I mean, you can see it. If you're watching this on the Red platform, I've got stats on there, and Marco Bizzot is comfortably above everyone else. Yeah, that shot's going in. That's a terrific save, Bizzot. I've just seen the camera angle. That's literally dipping in. That is an outrageous save from Marco Bizzot. And look, maybe he's just showing off to like teams that he used to play against, because you know this is the Netherlands, right? But wow, he's been amazing in this game. Even the goal that Feyenoord scored, which got disallowed by the referee, he's very nearly clawed that off the line. He had to dive backwards to get to that. Onana and Barkley look a waste as James, and Gesson is a right back clearly. I love Onana. His injury record is worrying. Barkley, I think, was a waste. I'm annoyed, really. Barkley was fairly fit for Luton in that season they had him. Played well through most of it. Yeah, at Villa, it's just been nothing short of injury chaos. I don't get it. Oh yeah, Ray Rogers is having another stinker, man. He is. Guys, double tap the screen if you have enjoyed the live so far. 42 minutes gone. Feyenoord 0, Aston Villa 0. Another corner to the home side. That we've heavily struggled with their pressure so far in this game. Corner comes in, another good clearance away. That has to be a foul, by the way, on Bizzot, which the referee doesn't seem to give. And they hook another cross, another headed clearance by this time Matson. Can Villa hit Feyenoord on the break? What? Ollie Watkins on the ball. Where's the urgency, lads? They hit us on the counter-attack all the time. And yet we're playing side-to-side ball now. And they're already back in their shape. Torres into John McGinn. I don't mind playing slow. It has to suit the game, though. Playing slow, I don't think suits a team like Feyenoord. I don't mind if you're under an insane amount of pressure and you just want to slow the game down because they are, hammering down on the door to score. Like, there was a couple of times in this game where I didn't mind it. But right now, it's coming up to half time. You have a chance on the break when they have a corner. They give it away. They've got players in our box. Go for it, man. Play a long ball. It's Ollie Watkins' wet dream territory, man. Playing on the shoulder. Foul for Villa. Free kick. Cash brought down. If Saudi come in for double money for an... of course, yeah. I would take Saudi money for a few injury-threatened players. Why I said I weren't upset about Ramsey going... Oh! Is that not a foul on Buendia? Referee, man! Oh, he's going to give that. Oh, you having a laugh? Oh, he's now whistle. Wait, he stopped play. He stopped play. What's going on then? Because he initially said no penalty to Villa. Is he going to have a look at this? Is this not a foul on Buendia? Has he not pulled him over? Oh, whatever, man. Oh, they're going to check it, but I'm guessing by the referees. Yeah, I knew it. You can always tell based on body language. You can tell a decision's not going to be given there. He's already walking over. The VR check is over. Buendia, do I think he's getting the ball? No. Is there a pullback on him? Definitely. No, I'm not a fan of this refereeing performance. Do I also think we've been shit? Yes. Like, there's a world as well where I'm not just going to say, like, oh, referee this, referee that. I think we've played quite poorly in this game. However, a foul is a foul, and it should be a penalty. It's ridiculous. I've never heard Bizot speak, but I hope he sounds like... Wait, who's that? I have no idea who that is. 2 minutes added time shown. Kamara on the ball. Can we have one last chance before the end of the game? Godfrey said, big up. Hope you're okay. I'm good, man. I'm very good. I'm annoyed at the referee for not giving them a red card for a very obvious red card. And then, again, arguably a penalty to Villa doesn't get given. I hate complaining about referees, but when things are obvious, it drives me insane. Other than that, I'm good. Bizot's been fantastic in goal as well. When we've needed him to make some saves, he has made them. And like I said, and I'll say it again, have Bizot in goal over Martinez. Because Emi clearly doesn't want to be here. So have Bizot in goal. Great interception from Kamara. Ball into Maatsen. This game has been incredibly scrappy at times. Feyenoord go long. Well collected from Pau Torres. McGinn into Buendia. Should be the last chance of the half, I imagine. Rodgers, again, has... I am sick of Rodgers, man. Leave him. Leave him in Rotterdam, bro. How? How has he handled that? I feel like he's playing against us. I seriously feel like he's playing... I have never seen such a stinker. Now, look, he has had some really bad one-off games, Rodgers, right? This has been the worst. I don't think he's done a single thing right all game. It's horrendous. I can't believe what I'm seeing. Goodness me. I just... Look, Unai Emery loves him. That's half time, by the way. Unai Emery loves Rodgers. But his love for him is costing us. It's killing us. I don't get it, man. Martinez thought he'd get a move. He's still at Villa. How do you feel about premature goodbye? Well, to be fair, I've already talked about it even here. I don't think his head is in the right place. He's pulled out of 2 games, very late notice. I think it's a disgrace with how he's been, and I'd have Bizot in goal. I think Marco Bizot has been incredible when he's played. Oh, the only game you can question Bizot was Palace, but everyone played bad against Palace. In fact, the penalty is only given because Cash doesn't know what offside is. Gahey scores goal of the month with a ridiculous curler into the top corner. And then Sarr has a back post free header. So like it's hard to blame Bizot for any of that. He has been solid. He got man of the match against Newcastle. Thought he was brilliant in that game. Made a really good save against Elanga in the 3rd minute. Very confident with his catches. I always love a keeper who runs out and catches the ball. Love that. It gives defenders... Like, you can be a very poor shot stopper, but if you can run out and catch a cross, that can just alleviate so much tension from your defenders. And I'm looking at Villa's Twitter right now. These are the posts, right? Competing. Still goalless in Rotterdam. Bizot with the save. And another image of Bizot making another save. If that doesn't say it all, I don't know what does. Mental. What do you guys think though? If you've been watching this game, it is half time. Feyenoord 0, Aston Villa 0. Bizot had a very good opening game in the league. Looks, like I said, he looks very good. I think he looks solid at the very least. Say he only ever does play back at all league games. I'm confident. He's way better than Robin Olsen. It's not even close. Lucian said, "How's that not red?" I mean the foul on Watkins. I can't believe that one, the referee doesn't initially give it as a red card. He gives a yellow. So this is just the rundown for everyone, because this is insane, right? Referee gives a yellow. Watkins runs one-on-one. Ahmed Ozic comes across, takes him out, attempts to win the ball, gets it horribly wrong, takes out Ollie Watkins, free kick to Aston Villa, yellow card. Villa are crying out for a red because it's a clear and obvious denial of a goal scoring opportunity that the referee has just not given for some reason. VAR looks at it, asks him to look at the monitor himself. He spends several minutes going over, having a look at the monitor for then to be like, you know what? Not only I'm not going to give a red, I'm actually going to rescind the yellow that I gave. Like, what? At the very least, it's a yellow. I'm mad that it was a yellow. He rescinded the yellow, which I didn't even know you could do. Because I thought he was going to wave at the yellow and get the red out of his pocket. The commentary team thought that too. It's ridiculous. And then the only time I realised, oh wait, he's actually not even going to give that, is when McGinn comes over and he looks shocked. The whole thing, yeah, he rescinded the yellow card, which is insane. At the very least, it's a yellow. He's not won the ball, and he's tripped over Ollie Watkins in a very good... Look, if you don't want to call it denial of a goal-scoring opportunity, at the very least, it's a good chance to fucking score. Terrible refereeing. Terrible refereeing. I'm lost for words, really. Bizot has made a couple really good saves. There was a goal for Feyenoord, which was disallowed for holding. Again, he didn't really convey that decision very well, because he initially pointed to his watch to indicate that the shot had been, went over the line. Feyenoord celebrate for a few seconds before the referee then indicates it's a foul. Why mention goal line technology at all if you're going to give a foul? It's not relevant. It doesn't matter if the ball was in. You've just basically blue-balled Feyenoord fans for no reason. And look, you can argue if it was a holding all day. I was looking at a shove from Cash, which I don't even think was the thing given in the first place, because the referee indicated holding. I didn't actually see any holding in the box at all. But in fairness, I wasn't looking for it. It's just very weird decisions from this referee. Then for a foul on Buendia in the box. Now, Buendia is chasing a ball. He's probably never going to get to it. But there's a clear pull on his shoulder, on his shirt, that pulls him back, stops him getting... I mean, he probably doesn't get to it anyway. Stops him getting to it if there was any chance of him doing so. The referee waves his finger at him. VAR have a look, and they also say it's not enough to overturn the referee's decision. He's pulled his shoulder. Whenever, and this is something that people have argued referees before as well, and I hate it, right? If there's a foul on the pitch, right, it should consistently be a foul everywhere. Why is it a thing where bigger decisions need bigger fouls? It makes no sense to me. It doesn't matter if it's soft. It doesn't matter if Buendia is not getting to that ball. His shoulder has been pulled, and that is a foul. If that was on the halfway line, he gives that any day, every day of the week. Every day of the week he'll give that. And that's what I hate about this sport sometimes. Just because it's in a box, right, that indicates a penalty, suddenly he doesn't want to give it. Anywhere else other than the box, he'll give that. And I hate this refereeing. I hate it when they do that. A foul is a foul. Doesn't matter. I remember Villa, away at Club Brugge last year, where Tyrone Mings picked up the ball as he didn't realise that Martinez already had his goal kick. Some will say that's really harsh to give a penalty for, because you could argue Emi Martinez, one, hadn't took his goal kick yet, or like, there's been a clear, miscommunication between him and his goalkeeper. Maybe the officials haven't realised that we've kicked off. The referee makes the correct decision to give a penalty in those bizarre circumstances, which maybe some referees wouldn't have done. Because it happened in the Premier League. I remember when all this was going about. I think Canate did it for Liverpool, and they got away with it. But the correct decision, even though it hurt Villa, it was a penalty. He literally picked up the ball in his own box. I want to see more referees have the cojones like that. A foul is a foul, man. It doesn't matter. Rules are rules. Anyway, rant over. Another thing I'm going to complain about is Morgan Rogers. Oh my life. What has happened? What has happened to Rogers? And what is not helping him? Some players, to get out of bad form, need to be played. It's what they, it's just what happens. It's what they need. It's that kind of personality. It's that kind of mentality. It's like they need to be on the pitch because, for every mistake they make, they want to make up for that. Rodgers is not that kind of player. Surely Emery sees this now because Rodgers has been awful all season and he's played virtually every game and doesn't get dropped. And I don't get it. Clearly Emery is trying to play him into form. It's not working, Unai. Please stop. It feels like we have 10 men. Rodgers can't complete through balls. He can't complete 5-yard passes. I mean, towards the end of this first half, Rodgers received the ball, stopped it dead, took all the momentum out of it, all the tempo, turned around, tried to play a backwards pass, and it got intercepted. How are you getting a pass backwards wrong? It's mind-boggling. It genuinely feels like we're playing with 10 men with him there. And Unai loves it. And I do love Rodgers, but I hold Rodgers to a standard because I know how good he can be. He was arguably our best player last season, but every player goes through a purple patch and a bad patch. And right now, it's a really fucking bad patch. And he needs to be dropped. And I'm not talking about one game. I'm talking about a couple, at the very least. Just for him to, have a little rest, whether that's physically or mentally, have a little break, come back into the squad off the bench. And then, if he's playing well and doing things off the bench, then you think about bringing him back into the team. Right now, he does not deserve to start. And he's showing this every game, and it doesn't seem to matter. Why? Why is he allowed to be shit? Harvey Elliott hasn't really put a foot wrong at Villa since he's been, coming on loan from Liverpool, scored against Brentford. Harvey Elliott isn't playing right now because Emi Buendia did so well off the bench against Fulham and has deserved his spot in the team. Elliott, it was that easy for him to drop him though. Why is it a different rule for some players but not others? Why? There shouldn't be a single player, and I'm talking about even Ollie Watkins here. There should not be a single player on this team who is guaranteed to start every single week no matter how they play. That is not how football should work. That is not how this sport should work. You should not be guaranteed a spot based on who your name is. You should earn your spot in this team based on performance and merit. Rodgers has not played well all season. All season. Even the Fulham game. The Fulham game was probably one of his better games, right? He actually combined okay with Emi Buendia. That's still not great from him. It's just the standard has been that bad for Ollie Watkins this season that was his best game. Oh, man. So I was just going on a huge rant and tangent there, but there's some things with this club that drive me insane, And I'm just hoping that the manager will make the correct decisions, That's all I'm hoping. I'm hoping Harvey Elliott comes on as well. Because actually, I really like Harvey Elliott. I think he puts in 100% when he plays. There's clear desire to be on the ball and to press and to mark and to tackle. I like it when attacking-minded players will still help defensively. I love that because it shows desire. I don't want, my attacking midfielder or winger to just sit on the halfway line, slump shoulders, walking about. I want them to defend. I want them to come back. I want them to hassle, challenge, fight for the ball, man. Giltra said it seems as though he's not been trying. I don't know what it is with him. I don't know what it is with Rodgers. I really don't. Maybe his head has just been turned a little bit too much. I don't understand. But how do you have a drop-off like that? How do you have a drop-off from what we've seen with Morgan Rodgers last year to now? It makes no sense. It really doesn't. I don't get it. Carl, you spot on, mate. He said, "What message does this send out to players, Roger?" Exactly. What about the players who have struggled to get into this Villa team, right? What message does it send out that Rodgers will play every week? Like, what hope do they have to play for us? To break into the team, whether that's academy, whether that, even like let's say like Daniel Marlon, right? Marlon has not played many games this season. He didn't play many games last season when he was signed. What message is it to players like that there's going to be moments in this squad where people are played with bad form, and it doesn't matter because we're going to stick to the same-ish 11. It's not exactly going to be encouraging to people like Daniel Marlon that they're not going to start games no matter what. It doesn't matter if Gesson has a bad game, or it doesn't matter if having that kind of idea is bad. Or if you're going to have that, be consistent and don't just single out one player and just be like, yeah, Rodgers, we'll drop Harvey Elliott. We'll drop, I don't know, let's say like John McGinn's played out wide, then put in the middle. We'll move McGinn around here and there. We'll make changes, but, not Morgan Rodgers. Rodgers has to start. Whatever. Rant over. I'm going to lose my head. Godfrey says, as Mings been playing better than Tyrone? I don't mind Tyrone Mings. However, Mings in the back four means we can't play a high line. Tyrone Mings just can't play it. He cannot play it. Whether that's on him, whether that's Unai Emery doesn't trust him, he's not exactly the quickest. When we play with Tyrone Mings at the back, he can't do that kind of system. And we've seen when Torres has come into the defence, the back line will shift up a few yards and it will make the difference in a lot of games. Mings can't perform that. So although his individual performances have been okay this season, it doesn't suit tactically how we want to set up. I don't think prime peak Villa under Unai Emery has been us, sat back 35 yards from our own goal. The best football Villa ever played was when our back four was sat on the halfway line playing offside trap, And we'll never have that or anything like that again while Mings is in the back four, unfortunately. And I like Tyrone Mings, but that is unfortunately reality. You can rate someone like Harry Maguire. You can say Harry Maguire is a good defender, or at the very least is an okay average one. You wouldn't put Harry Maguire in a high line. Amorim has tried to leave him as the last defender, and look how well that's gone. For any United fan in here, you watch United, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The Brentford game. Look at Brentford's goal. The first one. Harry Maguire trying to play offside trap. Ain't going to work. The guy's slower than a tractor. He's honestly, and he moves like one as well. You got to play to the strengths of defenders. You play a high line with Tyrone Mings like that, and that will happen. You can't do that. Mings though is really good if you're defending a lead and you're defending crosses. He's the man because he wins virtually every header he attempts, and I love him for that. Should have been a red, says Joey. And a goal, 2 poor decisions. Jerry's up the commentary. Anything before the game? All I heard from the commentary team on TNT was he pulled out. After being named in the lineup, he has pulled out of the squad. And they didn't list what it was. I've no idea. I could look on Twitter and see if anyone has said anything, but I've heard nothing. But he was listed. He was listed in the squad. All Villa put was a late change. Just like he did this. He did this last week. That's why I can't be asked with him, Martinez. If he's playing this shite as well. Bizot has been really good in goal today. Arguably, not even arguably. I'm just gonna say he has been our best player today. I want a goalkeeper who can be asked. I'd rather have someone who in goal who wants to play for this club because Emi Martinez clearly doesn't. We have kicked off the second half. Like I said, it's Feyenoord 0, Aston Villa 0. Feyenoord have been the better side. I mean, I'm looking at the shot count here, 13-3. It's not even close. 60% possession from Villa. What have we done with it? Tyra Mings, by the way. That thing with Ibrahimovic, of him stepping on his head. You know, that's not the only time he's done that, right? Look at Tyrone Mings-Redding. He did this very same thing again. It was a weird time in his career. Free kick to Feyenoord, swirls wide. It could be an accident, but Mings has done it to two different players. So I don't know. What are the odds of that? And Ibra then elbowed him and got a red card. Ben, I just said it. All we know is he pulled out, and they've not listed an injury. Just a lot of Villa fans joking that he can't be asked to play. It's really strange, to be honest, the whole thing. Cash for Villa though. First attack of the second half into John McGinn. We also made no changes, which is a bit annoying. I'd rather make a change, to be honest. Gesson off his chest. Good takedown. Good footwork as well. Oh, doesn't quite shift it away. Got past one. Good interception from Kamara once again. This is why I love Kamara, by the way. Easily one of our best players. The way he pinches the ball back for Villa so frequently. And like he doesn't have the flair of some of the players that we've got, but he will do the dirty things, man. He will do the graft in midfield. He'll do what we need, whether that's a foul, whether that is an important interception or a block. He's always there for it. He does a lot of the nitty gritty in midfield, and I always give my respect to Kamara. Villa struggling to defend it. Another great block. Is that Konza again? That should be a foul on Kamara. Free kick to Aston Villa. That could be is that not a booking? That winger has blasted that away. It is a yellow card, yeah. Stain smacks that ball away. And gets a deserved yellow card. I mean, he clearly knows that it's a free kick to Aston Villa, so he's just time wasting there for the sake of it. It was Ezri Konza. Man, the challenges and blocks he makes over a season is unreal. Giltry, we are missing Tielemans. I think he was our best player last year. You take someone like that out with the passing range that he has, you're gonna miss him. Konza for Villa into Matty Cash. Gesson back to goal. Forced backwards on the halfway line, all the way back to Ezri Konza. Feyenoord trying to press up a little bit here. Marco Bizot, left-footed. Not a great ball from Bizot in fairness. Won easily back by Feyenoord, and there could be a chance here. Oh, it's a great challenge. John McGinn, that's lovely. Bit of physical work there. McGinn literally just barges Ueda off the ball like he's not even there. I love that from the skipper. What I don't love is Gesson losing the ball, because Gesson has now lost the ball probably the last 4 times he's had it. And don't forget, by the way, I said Gesson has played well today. The last few minutes of Gesson have not been great. Just seen a comment from Chris there. How long would results have to keep going wrong? I mean, we've won our last 2 games. I don't know if you have a short memory, Chris, but we beat Bologna and Fulham back to back. And it's currently 0-0 now, so I'm not entirely sure what you're on about, my friend. Cash slips over. Good block again. If that's Konza again, I swear. If Konza has blocked that, he genuinely rivals Bizot for man of the match here. I need to see this replay. Also, all I'm going to say is Matty Cash slipping over there is just hilarious. Is it Konza? Oh, it's Torres this time. Fair enough, pal Torres. You know what? Torres has to make up for it. Konza's getting all the blocks in. But yeah, we are back underway. Like I said, we've been underway for 5 minutes now. Gesson on the ball for Villa. We look to counter-attack. Gesson into Buendia. Not the best of ball, but we still keep it alive. Maatsen on the underlap. Buendia finds him. Maatsen. Square Gesson. Wide. Oh, Evon Gesson received the ball. Really good play from Maatsen down the left-hand side for Aston Villa. Gets the pullback. I love an underlapping run from a fullback. It's way better than overlap. Oh, he hits the post, I think. I've seen the replay. I think he hits the bar for Aston Villa. Keeper doesn't move either way. Good chance for Villa. I know you won against Fulham, but you still drew against Sunderland, lost to Brentford. I mean, okay, we lost to Brentford, but that was in the cup. And if you go by rules, technically it counts as a draw in 90 minutes and then you lose on penalties. But we technically didn't lose that game. We've gone out on penalties. It's weird. Although I don't agree with it, that is in the rulebook. Because in the 90-minute game, it was a 1-1 draw. Prior to that, 0-0 draw. Everton, who are very good at home, 1-1 away at Sunderland, who literally have 11 points, who are fighting at the top of the table at the start of the season. I don't think it's been as bad as what some people have said, including myself. I'm quite reactive at times. But if you take results individually, they're not terrible. The thing that people that complained about Villa the most is we didn't score goals. Like, we didn't score in our first 4 Premier League games, and that isn't good enough. But we played Newcastle, who are very good. Drew with them with 10 men. Like I said, Everton have been incredible at home. Like, their home record at their new ground has been, like, frightening. Yeah, but then you go and score 3 goals, in the space of 25 minutes in the Premier League? Suddenly we're a point behind Man United. We're above Nottingham Forest. Like, I don't see many people saying Forest having a disaster. And yet we're above Forest in the table. Forest have a new manager. I think what you think for Villa are different to what I think. I mean, that we are different people, Chris. So that will be evident from your... If you have kids, to kids. If you have a dad, to your dad. To your friends, your family. It's not going to be all carbon copy everywhere. I'm not happy with the point away at Sunderland. But they're clearly not a pushover team. Especially beating Forest away from home. I'd love to know what you think about Nottingham Forest right now. 55 minutes gone here. Still goalless in Rotterdam. Aston Villa still yet to concede in the Europa League so far this season. Although it's been close today. Gesson has Rodgers out wide. Does find Rodgers. Kamara. Into John McGinn. The slow tempo Villa is back. Buendia, not the most convincing pass there. Still in Villa possession. Watkins had to drop back there to bobble that towards John McGinn. Commentary team talking about when Villa won the Champions League in Rotterdam. I mean, it's about time they brought it up. I've brought it up a lot, actually, already today. A lot of people have very, very nice memories in this city. Gesson. Cash with him. Completely isolated there other than that. It gets a throw in for Aston Villa. We've really struggled transitioning in our attack here. Hey, doing Gavs? What's good? I'm doing good, bro. I'm doing good. How are you doing, mate? I don't know if you've seen. We got heavily robbed, by the way. A very obvious red card for Feyenoord wasn't given. In fact, the referee went to VAR. He gave a yellow, went to VAR, then rescinded the yellow card and gave no red, which is, I've never seen that ever from a monitor review. The fact he went to the monitor and decided to even go back on a decision that he made. Not even like a serious decision. A yellow card very easily could have stood there. I just, yeah, very, very weird game we've had. And we've not been great. Bizarre's had to make some really good saves for Aston Villa today. We still have a long way to go, though. Still goalless. But yeah, Konza on a run now, though. Konza into Maatsen. Konza's in the box, by the way. Maatsen shrugs off his man, shifts it onto his left foot, finds the ball out wide. Is Emi Buendia. Oh, great challenge, in fairness. It's a crunching challenge, but he gets the ball. The tackles of Feyenoord have been unreal. I mean, if he gets this challenge wrong, he's in a heap of trouble. Seen the replay here. Buendia. He's offside. Fair enough. You know what? It wouldn't have mattered, actually. Maatsen's offside. The 1-2 Buendia is about a yard offside. Great tackle, though, in fairness. So VI check on the Villa app. You think, 100% is a red. Ollie, please go and you'll probably find a clip of it online somewhere. Please go have a look. Very obvious red card. Denial of a goal scoring opportunity. The defender does attempt to get the ball, but misses. Takes out Watkins 1-on-1. Which is why the VAR team asked for the referee to go to the monitor for him to see for himself. After, they at that point, obviously they requested that his decision was incorrect. They asked him to look at the monitor. He stuck with his decision and even went as far to rescind the yellow card he initially gave. Very bizarre. Thanks for the rose from Robbie. Kamara tries to find Rodgers. Very well intercepted in midfield, to be fair. But Villa win it back instantly. Rodgers finds Watkins. Oh, Watkins immediately challenged by the defender. I mean... And now Konza's been pushed over. Oh, they've missed. Oh, my life. That's a huge miss. Ueda. Is that not a foul on Konza anyway? There's a shove in the back on Konza there. I mean, he puts it over anyway. A shove and he trips Konza over. He has to score that there. That's a horrendous miss from Ueda. Ueda's basically been Villa's 12th player. Well, you know what? I could even say 11th player because Morgan Rodgers has not played well. There was a change at half-time, by the way, as Targelin came on for Hwang in midfield for Feyenoord. Villa yet to make any change. With nearly an hour played yet. Still goalless. McGinn. Villa play out from the back. Konza. Back to Bizot. Heavily pressed Bizot from Ueda. Bizot goes long looking for Watkins. Holds it up. Flicks a pass towards Buendia. Villa should have a throw in here. And it is given an Aston Villa throw. 60% possession for Villa. Yet to do anything really with it, to be honest. Fletcher says, up the Blues. Don't you mean the Sky Blues, bro? Coventry City. Oh, dear. 45 quid for that. 45 quid. Getting slapped by Frank Lampard in 2025 must be a very humbling experience. Cash for Villa. Rodgers on the byline, does very well, cuts inside, goes down! Ref! Another pullback. Rodgers does go down, but McGinn in the ear of the referee. He's holding him! Oh my life, man. 2 hands on him there. I ain't going to give it. Throw to Villa. For God's sake, man. He said that about Morgan Rodgers last time I was in your stream. He's not amazing. He's not been amazing this season. However, argument for a foul there on Rodgers. He does have 2 hands on him, in fairness. Do I think Rodgers is looking for the foul? 100%. But 2 hands on him. Good block from Cash. to give Villa the ball. Cash finds Rodgers. Edge of the box. He cushions it for Kamara. Into Buendia. Yeah! 1-0 Aston Villa. And it's the little magician. The little Argentinian. Emi Buendia. From Argentina. What a goal. Bends it in the far corner. Villa, arguably, against run of play, lead in Rotterdam. Lovely finish from him. Is his Aston Villa career coming back to life? Had a man-of-the-match performance at home against Fulham and has now put Villa 1-0 up away in the Netherlands. What a strike that is. Side foot, bends it. Oh, it's lovely. If you ever see Emi Buendia Norwich highlights, half his goals are literally that. That is fantastic. Feyenoord 0, Aston Villa 1 on the hour mark. And I'm not going to say that we deserve it, but you've got to take your chances. Feyenoord have not taken theirs. I mean, that Ueda has missed several opportunities for them over the course of this game. And look, they're going to be regretting that as of right now. I mean, he's had a free header he put wide. He's just had a one-on-one where he literally shoved Ezri Konza out of the way almost. Clear, one-on-one, and he put it over. And it's just that kind of decision-making and poor finishing that has let Feyenoord down so far today. Lovely goal, though. Lovely finish, Buendia. Like I said, it's textbook Buendia. Textbook, side foot finesse. We've all seen the videos. When Buendia first signed from Villa, I watched loads of Buendia Norwich highlights. And like I said, half the goals were essentially that. Him, outside the box, side foot, curls it, bottom corner. And he hasn't done it a lot for Villa since he's been here, but he's done it tonight. Lovely finish. I wonder how this game's going to go now, because, you know, we've had games like Sunderland where we took the lead, although I thought we were, you know, obviously against 10 men that game and we were on top. We have been second best for most of this game. This game feels a lot like Bruges in the knockout phase. If you guys remember last season, where Villa away at Club Bruges in the Champions League, we weren't playing very well. Mings made in that game as well. Mings made an insane goal line clearance, and we ended up winning that 3-1. And I remember saying in the game, "How on earth have we scored 3 goals? We were terrible throughout the entire game, basically." And in the space of like a minute, we got a penalty and they scored an own goal, and like 3-1 was the scoreline in a game that we probably should have deserved to lose 2-0. And it's kind of felt like that. We've been outplayed, outmuscled by Feyenoord in several moments of this game. But lead? There's going to be a lot of questions on their striker. I tell you now, Ueda is basically the reason why Villa lead here. Buendia, little fighter, he's fighting for his role in the Villa squad right now. And, I mean, do you dare take him out of it? Like I said, man of the match performance away at Fulham. And it's his shot that puts us 1-0 up. It's a lovely finish outside the box. We've created nothing all game. Our only other shot on target in the game was Watkins from about 30 yards that went down the middle of the goal. As a simple I didn't even mention it in the commentary, because it was just a nothing moment in the game that hadn't. Well, it did nothing. It created nothing. It just went down as obviously a shot on target for Villa. But the keeper would have to have an absolute clanger to let that in. But that was won by Villa pressing high. I think it was Kamara's tackle that led to the ball finding Emi Buendia. I'll have to see. Who was the one who made the... Was it Kamara himself? It was Kamara. Not only Kamara made the tackle, it was Kamara's pass into Emi Buendia. Well, I've given Kamara his praise today, and he's deserved that. Who is the poor guy who's been given the red player rate? What do you mean? Oh, Gesson's not had a great game, to be fair. Does Gesson deserve a 5.8? I think it's a bit harsh, but he's been a bit sloppy on the ball in the second half. And that's an obvious pullback on Rodgers. Referee, give him a booking. I love this from McGinn, but McGinn is always in this referee's ear. Daniel Marlin's got to come on. Come on, Don. And Lamar Bogard, who has also been very quietly one of Villa's better players so far this season. It's missing some comments. Sorry, guys. But yeah. I'm lost for words a little bit. I've been complaining about this game pretty much the whole game. And now we lead 1-0. Yeah, Bogard has been class, but like I said, Bogard doesn't do many I can't get my words out. Complicated things on the ball, but he does the basics right. And I always say in football, if you do the basics well, you can always win games. And it was Bogard winning the tackle against Adama Traore that led to Villa getting a second goal. And it wasn't him diving in, it wasn't him, it was just him holding his position. And alongside a challenge of Emi Buendia, they basically scissored Traore, where he couldn't move anywhere, couldn't go anywhere, lost the ball. As Bogard does things very tidily like that. I bring you luck, AJ, when I arrive. You got Gavs. Please state we've been shocking all game. We've created nothing. You turn up and within a minute, Villa score. I mean, like I said, it's been pretty much one-wave traffic from Feyenoord for the majority of this game. Marco Bizot has been unreal in goal, making several amazing saves. One save, literally denied Feyenoord scoring a shot in the top corner. I think it was it Souza with the shot for Feyenoord? I can't quite remember. It was a terrific effort and a really good save from Bizot. And he's just kind of kept us in this game while we were going through the cycle of playing kind of shit. And, that's led to us getting the goal. Because, yeah, this could be a massive 3 points if we hold on. It's a big if. We definitely don't deserve to win this game, but you got to take your chances. Like I said, their striker, Ueda, has missed several for Feyenoord. Ben said, we're so much better defensively than we were last year. It can be. I still don't think we've defended well in this game specifically, though. The only reason we've not conceded is because they've just missed some horrendous chances. Konza has been very good defensively in this game. I don't think Cash has been fantastic defensively in this game. But I think Konza and Torres have done well. But I don't think we've done well out wide. Buendia might have another chance here. Buendia into Gesson. Cross is deflected, and the goalkeeper will stop that from going out. I just wish we'd have a pop at goal more often, you know. Am I insane here, right? Gesson, as a winger, a right-footed winger as well, gets the ball to him on an angle. Could he not hit that towards goal? Like, he's gone for the unselfish cross. I just wish he'd put his... We never do this kind of thing. I just wish sometimes you'd put your laces for it. You never know. He definitely has it in his locker to hit that in the corner. And if he puts it wide, so what? We've created nothing in this game. At least have something in the highlight reel other than a goal. Like, our highlight reel for this game is getting peppered, then Buendia makes it 1-0, happy days. Like... That's the highlight reel. We're just so scared to shoot sometimes. It drives me insane. We'd rather hook a cross in that leads to nowhere than have a shot. And I'm not asking for 35, audacious shots that will never go in. That's Gesson on a slight angle with no defender in front of him. He could hit that first time easily. Opinion on the referee, he's an absolute gobshite. I'm not even going to lie, I'm really pissed with this referee. Look, I always have to say this, because people are like, oh, you can't just blame the referee for everything, right? We have not been great in this game. We're winning simply because we've finished a chance and they can't. But this referee has been a joke. Not giving them a red card when it should have been given. And then I think a fairly... decent shout for a penalty on Buendia. He gets his shoulder pulled, which goes to VAR, and they also say it's not enough to overturn a decision. The referee is very strange. Very strange. We've made some subs though. Finally, the highlight reel's been red cards. I saw a stat. I might be misreading this because I'm trying to remember. I think March this year was the last time Chelsea lost with 11 players on the pitch. Now I could be wrong. Like, not only I could be misquoting it off Twitter, but I also could be remembering it wrong. But Chelsea only seem to lose games when they get red cards, and it's just they've happened to get quite a few red cards. Very, very funny. It might have been in the league. It might have been specifically in the league. I can't quite remember, but I remember someone saying something on Twitter that Chelsea have gone a long time since they've lost to a team with 11 men on the pitch. Like the thing with Sanchez, I mean, Chelsea, if you guys don't know, haven't won away at Old Trafford since like 2013. Bear in mind, even Aston Villa have gone to Old Trafford and won since then, right? Chelsea haven't won there since 2013. Their keeper gets a red card within 3 minutes, and that essentially just loses the game on the spot. Like when you're struggling at that ground historically, every single year, you don't need your goalie to then make an insane decision to foul. Like you'd rather him just let the attacker run past him and score than to just chop him down and get a red card. Because then Chelsea had to make substitutions to take attackers off. So you'd rather just chase a lead against a very poor Man United side than play with 10 men, is what I'm trying to say. There's no point bringing him down. Bogard into McGinn. Oh, Villa lose the ball. Lovely cross. Konza away this time. That's a push on McGinn. It is given, thankfully. So the subs for Villa are Donya Marlon on for Emi Buendia. I think that's a bit harsh, actually. Although maybe we're trying to keep Buendia a bit more fit for the weekend. But that was one change. And Bogard has also come on for... I mean, it should be, I think, Marlon for Watkins, Bogard for Buendia, I think is the changes. They've just listed it weird. Watkins, though, hasn't really got going again. He did score against Fulham, in fairness to Ollie, but he has had a very, people say hit and miss. It's been definitely miss more than hit season so far. Scored a good goal against Fulham, very weird goal. But it was a nice, in terms of like how you want to play, it was a lovely long ball from Digne, a nice run from Watkins, and he lifts it over the keeper. Was fairly quiet other than that goal. Didn't look like he was going to threaten his brace anytime soon against Fulham, in fairness. And again, he's had quite a quiet night tonight. I don't know. He's not been amazing. I still back Collie, but it's another night of the same, really. Every away game has kind of felt the same with Ollie Watkins. Enzo himself when Sanchez got red. Yeah, to make 3 attacking subs by the 20th minute isn't crazy. And like people say, oh, but Palmer was injured. Then why start him? Why would Chelsea start someone who's injured? I don't understand this. Why risk it? Because he could get even worse. Like it's not worth it, man. McGinn into Rodgers, who has stayed on the pitch, by the way. I'll have you guys know that. Maatsen. That's a great tackle. That's an unreal tackle. Sauer's gone off for Slitty, and New Coop has come on for Reed for Feyenoord. So they've replaced their fullback. So they've gone right back, left centre mid, and left winger all subbed off. So each position. And they've made another double sub. These will be the last 2 changes, I imagine. Or is it just a single change? It might be just a single one. But it is another substitution for Feyenoord. Oh, it's staying. He does have a yellow card. I understand that one a bit more. On a yellow. Played well, in fairness. And Larin's coming on from staying. Feyenoord used 4 out of their 5 substitutions. $75 minutes gone. Still Feyenoord 0, Aston Villa 1. The goal from Buendia is the difference. Buendia now substituted. I probably would have kept him on for a little bit more, to be honest. Oh, lovely cutback. Oh, I thought that was going in. Oh, I thought that was going in. It's put wide, and Aston Villa survive another scare. It just kind of. I don't want to. I don't want to test fate here. It does. It feels like it's that kind of night where everything is just kind of bouncing well for Villa. You know, and that I probably shouldn't say that. You should never really say that. But it does kind of feel like that kind of game where we're just getting away with everything. Another sub for Villa, Digne, is being substituted for Maatsen, I imagine. Go on, Digne. Yeah, it's Ian Maatsen. It's coming off. Come on, boys. We can hang on. He was offside, so even if he would have scored, it wouldn't have counted, I suppose. But like I said, it does. It just kind of feels like that night, you know, where everything just seems to be going our way when perhaps it probably doesn't deserve to be. How has the money grabber been for you so far, AJ? My brain's not working. What money grabber? I don't know who you mean, to be honest. Sancho. Oh, Sancho. Of course it is Sancho. I actually don't mind Sancho. I think he actually takes on defenders, which is what I want to see. We don't have many players like that. Aston Villa deserved an assist for the Sunderland game, putting a lovely cross for Watkins at the back post, and Watkins just gets his header horribly wrong. And those are the moments that a winger of that ability can produce. And I just think if he's allowed to flourish at Aston Villa, he could have a very good loan here. But I like what I've seen from Sancho. I think a lot of Villa fans have been fairly impressed with what he's shown. I don't think he's fully fit yet, which is why he's not featured too often already so far for Aston Villa. Same with Harvey Elliott, in fairness. But I think he's definitely shown glimpses. Definitely our best player in the second half against Sunderland. Daniel Marlon with his Timberlands again. Oh my God. Marlon's first touch has to be investigated. Marlon's first touch seriously needs to be investigated, man. Off guy should have got. Oh yeah, the guy who nearly scored for Feyenoord was the one who deserved the red card. So that would have definitely felt like an even bigger sucker punch, to be honest. Good press from Gesson. The ball's forced back to the keeper. It does go long. Villa win it on the halfway line with a Konza header. Kamara allowed to collect this ball. Backwards to Konza now. Villa. I think we are sitting a little bit deeper. I've noticed since the goal, we haven't pushed that many players forward, at least like we did. Like Konza was making runs into the box on a couple of occasions at 0-0. Oh, that's a nice turn though from Marlon, and this is a 3-on-3 for Villa. Daniel Marlon, John McGinn! Oh my life! Super John McGinn has rolled in a second. Since when is John McGinn prolific? Oh my God! Come on! Super John McGinn makes it Feyenoord 0, Aston Villa 2, and for the third game running, McGinn has an Aston Villa goal. I can't believe that. I mean, all of the work and the praise has to go to Daniel Marlon, by the way, for that really good run. He was challenged, but the loose ball fell to the captain, and a lovely finish from him, side-footed, bottom corner, and that should be 3 points secured for Aston Villa in the Europa League. I mean, 3 players couldn't stop Daniel Marlon there. Eventually, the challenge comes in. It's a bit of fortune for Villa. I'm going to say it again, because the loose ball could go anywhere as the tackle comes in. But the ball bounces so kindly for John McGinn, and he's not going to miss that. It's a simple side foot into the bottom corner, and that should be game over in Rotterdam. I don't imagine a world where Feyenoord come back. And like I said, and I've said it all game, and I'll consistently say it, for anyone who... There might be like a Feyenoord fan in here. Villa do not deserve a lead here. Villa have been terrible all game. We've definitely rode our luck multiple times in this match. I mean, Feyenoord might have a goal here. What a save, Bizot! Oh my life, Bizot keeps out Feyenoord at the other end. as they look to try and get it back into this game. It's a really good save again from Villa's backup goalkeeper, Bizot. Bogard now gives it away and they blast it over the bar anyway. But, I mean, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Villa have struggled for a lot of this game. But no matter how you want to spin this for the reason why we've not conceded, whether it's been some terrific goalkeeping or incredible individual defending from players like Konza. I mean, that save from Bizot is terrific there. 1-on-1 has to close him down. It's on an angle, but he's like 4 yards out. Has to score that. It's another fine save. Gavs, you're a funny guy, man. I'm in shock here. It is Feyenoord 0, Aston Villa 2. I think Bizot has just been booked for time wasting here, by the way. He has been. He's taking his time with the goal kick here. Villa plays short. Konza. 8 minutes and injury time. It is Feyenoord 0, Villa 2. Goals from Emi Buendia and John McGinn. 2 side-footed, like finesse finishes, I would say, if you're a FIFA player, into the bottom corner. Very nice goals. I will say, very aesthetically pleasing goals. How often can I say this, by the way? Prolific Aston Villa. We've had 3 shots on target all game and have scored 2 goals. In fact, the only other shot on target that we registered was in the first half from like a 30-yard shot from Watkins that was always only going to go into the keeper's hands. It literally went down the middle of the goal. And that's been it. 2 shots on target second half, 2 goals for Villa. How often have we come against a team that has done that to us and we can finally do that to someone else? That is so nice. That is lovely. But yeah, very, very strange game this has been. Very strange game. And look, the Villa fans on Twitter and elsewhere, they'll be delighted, of course. And we'll celebrate this like we should because it's another win at a very tough place to go. Feyenoord, I think, will be up there as a favourite to possibly challenge in this tournament. And we are winning 2-0. I don't know where McGinn has had this goal, this run of form of goal. 3 games in a row is ridiculous for John McGinn. That's his second goal in the Europa League now, with a goal last week too. But yeah, very, very nice. Villa go long looking for Gesson, but there's no way he's going to get that. But yeah, not to be Debbie Downer. I do think it does paper over this overall performance a little bit, but it will give the players confidence. The football is very much a mentality game. And this will do the boys a world of good, that we've gone to a place like this with quite a good and a bit unsettling atmosphere. They're very loud, the Feyenoord fans. And we have dealt with that okay. If you look at the scoreboard. Here's Rodgers for Aston Villa. Again, how Rodgers has played. Every minute is unreal. Rodgers has been booked. Well, not booked here. And he's in a little bit of a scrap here between a couple Feyenoord players. He shoved one away and then got shoved himself. Things hotting up a little bit. I think Rodgers is going to get booked for that. I'm guessing. It might be a yellow card each here. McGinn has been so important the last few games. He stepped up. I've said before, like when a team is struggling, you need your captain to lead by example. This is why I love McGinn. I will never say anything bad about John McGinn. He always puts in 100% and he leads by example. Gets the goal that we so badly needed against Bologna. Gets a second goal against Fulham in a season where we hadn't even won a Premier League game. Gets us on the way to do so. And now today puts us 2-0 up away at Feyenoord. I think he's going off now, by the way. Super John McGinn. He gets a round of applause from me. Like I said, he has been, dare I say, player of the season so far. In a very bad season, you could argue, for Villa. This is 3 wins in a row, by the way, which sounds insane. After the, we couldn't score a goal, and now we're winning consecutive matches. Victor Lindelof and Harvey Elliott are making way. Who's the other sub then? I missed the sub then. Because those were 2 subs, Elliott and Lindelof. We've seemed to buy Lindelof as a midfield replacement, which I know he did that a little bit at Man United. It's just a kind of strange thing because he's yet to play in defence for Aston Villa. Forest, I think, have conceded a 3rd goal, by the way. Or it's either that or a big chance. It is a 3rd goal. Forest are 3-1 down at home to Midtjylland. Oh dear. Nottingham Forest. Harvey Elliott for McGinn, Lindelof for Matty Cash. Oh, he is in defence. Okay, fair enough. Lindelof will have his first game in defence here with 4 minutes to play. Fair enough. Well, he should shut me up. I thought he was going to come in for McGinn in midfield. He did that already so far this season. It is Cash up. Yeah, I should have read your comment, Erica, because I went all that way to try and see what the sub was. Alfie said Emi Buendia has been our best player so far. Look, it's early on. If it's not McGinn, it's probably Buendia, right? Who would you say? Who's man of the match today then? Who's man of the match, guys? We have a few minutes to go. I think, bar a collapse, it is 3 points to Aston Villa. Who is man of the match today? A lot of people will say, I don't know why that was. Sorry, Erica. I don't know why that was removed as a comment. The word Bizot got removed. Bizot, John McGinn. I think because of how this game has panned out, you have to give it to Bizot because he allowed this game to stay 0-0 while we were getting peppered, and it's allowed Villa to then take the lead eventually later on in this game. So I just think for that reason and that reason alone, you have to give it to Marco Bizot. Because if we concede the goals there, which we probably deserve to, there's no way we win this game. No way. I don't even know if the squad right now has the mentality to come back. Say we were like 1 or, God forbid, 2 goals down here today, which we very easily could have been. I don't know if we would have had the mentality to then score the 2 goals we have now to get back into the game. I think Feyenoord could have even dropped deeper to try and hold on to their result. They've had to be a bit more expansive. The reason why we got the second goal is because they had to open up. Could be a chance though for a goal back. It's another save, Marco Bizot. I mean, he's just helping my agenda here. He's my number 1. Bizot is my number 1. I'm just going to say that right now. Marco Bizot is my number 1. And I want Bizot in goal every week. It ain't going to happen. Unfortunately. But I want Bizot in goal. If we say we play Bizot for every Europa League game, I think there's a genuine chance we could win the Europa League. Like, real talk. Real talk. I think there's a genuine chance. Got us 3 points last week with a terrific save in the dying embers of that game when it was 1-0. And like I said, kept us alive in this game. Gave us the moment to even think about winning this kind of game when we've not been great. So yeah, he's easily my man of the match. Konza's a good shout as well. Konza made some really crucial blocks in that first half. So I don't think Konza's a bad shout at all as well. But to me, it has to be Bizot. It has to be Bizot. Yet to concede in the Europa League. Look, it feels like a Spurs season for Villa. As in, not great in the league. Cook in the Europa League. Or could be a chance for a goal back for Feyenoord. Got another save, Bizot. Oh my life. I mean, the offside flag goes up anyway. Marco Bizot has made another save. And it's a one-on-one moment. I mean, I can't quite believe what I'm seeing here. The flag comes up anyway. I think he's offside. It's hard to tell, actually, with Digne. It doesn't matter. It's a one-on-one, and Bizot makes the save anyway. Bro, he's been unbelievable, man. Keep him in goal. Please keep Bizot in goal. Please keep him in goal. He's been fantastic. Again. And he actually wants to play, unlike a certain Argentine. Mental. 4 minutes of injury time to go. Feyenoord 0, Villa 2 is still the scoreline. That's a bit of a dodgy tackle from Lindelof. I mean, the cross was also poor. I mean, to be fair to the winger, he actually decided to stay on his feet and he could have earned a free kick there. Played advantage. The cross, though, was poor. He should have just gone down and took the free kick. 4 minutes injury time. We've already played one. Another cushion header, but to no avail for Feyenoord. And Villa could hit them on the break here with Daniel Marlon. I mean, Marlon could just go for the corner flag here, which I think is where he might be heading. Oh, he's going to look for a cross instead. That's very well defended. Could you not hold that in the corner, Don? I mean, I don't think it was probably the smart decision to go for a cross there when they had players back to defend. I think we could just hold this out. Game management. It is 2 goals, but with a few minutes to play, you want to make sure. We have it there with Gesson. I think it's done now. I think even if they scored, I don't think they'd have enough time to get another. Greg says Sancho hasn't played today. It has just been our front three of Buendia, Watkins, Gesson. We have seen... I say front three, it's 4-4-2, I should say. Forest have got a goal back, by the way, in their game. Yeah, so we had a front two, I should say, sorry, of Watkins and Rogers. Rogers didn't play very well. And we had Gesson on the right, Buendia on the left. Buendia put us 1-0 up. Should be a foul here. It is a yellow card for a challenge, I think, on Lindelof it was. To be fair to Victor Lindelof, he's coming. Oh, wait, it was a challenge from Lindelof. I thought it was a yellow card for a foul on him. The referee's just gone back, and rightfully so, decided to book him. Just fair enough. I don't often see referees do that, but they definitely should. Questions, though, I'm going to say it, of Ange Postecoglou at Nottingham Forest. Huge questions. They bottled their first Europa League game. They're now 3-2 down against Midtjylland at home in the Europa League. Like, welcome back to Europe, Forest. Like, take this confidence to Villa Park on Sunday. Yeah, we have to beat Burnley. Have to beat Burnley. And that's tough because Burnley, like all the newly promoted teams, have actually done okay so far this season. They had a bit of a collapse, in fairness, against Man City, but that was only second half, really. And not often your centre-half will score 2 own goals in the same game. But yeah, basically the same kind of performance that you do want, really. 20 seconds to go here. And we should probably just about see this out. A clean sheet for Villa again in the Europa League will be very nice. And that'll be surely the last action of the game. A flick header into the hands of Bizot. And that is full time. It's 3 points to Villa. It's a clean sheet for Aston Villa. Goals from Emi Buendia. And John McGinn, the captain, 3 games in a row he has scored for Aston Villa, and important games too. And Villa, who started the season in a disastrous form, really, with no goals in 4, are now in a position where we have won our last 3 games in all competitions, and we have won away from home, something that we struggled to do in Europe the last 3 seasons. We have won by hook or by crook. Not a great performance in fairness today, but we have won away from home and kept a clean sheet. And that'll be all we'll care about. Look, I'm sure Unai Emery will, make the players endure some VOD review of this. They'll look at the highlights and be like, look, we got lucky here and here and here. But a win is a win. We take it. We move on. I'm happy with that. And yeah. Long may this continue. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm going to do a quick video on TikTok for the final time, guys. If you haven't already, please, at the very least, follow the account. Subscribe if you're new. I'm over on YouTube and TikTok where I do my streams, and on YouTube we have overlays and stuff like stats, player ratings, all the good stuff. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys again very soon. Up the